I grew up where the waves meet the shore. When I was a little boy, I would build castles in the sand. My siblings and I knew that we would always lose out to the sea, but that wasn't the point. The point was to build, to create, to put things together with joy and still smile as they came apart. When I was a little older, this temple became my refuge. Life moves fast, but this Eden was on a different time zone. Being here teaches the meaning of exhale. You take a seat, you take it in, and you begin to wonder why you ever rushed through your minutes. My parents now live on the cusp of a dormant volcano. It's shaped the land, and the land has shaped me. The ocean was my teacher, the waves teaching me persistence. It's a place of balance, a place of beauty, and it's my home. You could walk these streets for hours without end, because here, time isn't money, it's still worth much more. Welcome to Carlsbad. There it is, the volcano. Hey guys, today I am back home with my family in San Diego, and I wanted to make a vlog about something, but I wasn't 100% sure about what to make the vlog about. And so I just wanted to talk about home and about travel and how those two things kind of intersect in my life. I grew up in San Diego, California, in a quiet little town called Carlsbad. So quiet that when I describe it, I always tell people that it has a thriving retirement community. That's the kind of town that I grew up in. And it was amazing, and I absolutely love growing up there, and I love getting to come back to there. But as I've been traveling so much, travel does two things for me. One, expands and makes me super grateful for the opportunity to see the world, and then two, it always makes me super grateful to come back home. I don't know why, but whenever I see cacti, I always have the urge to touch the spines. Ooh. Found a secret spot right next to the lake. So here's the deal, guys. In my last relationship, which I'm no longer in, unfortunately, one of the points of contention that I had was I was trying to travel full-time, and I was dating someone who was building a life around LA. And I'm a person, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but if you aren't, look up the 5 love languages. The 5 love languages, sorry, I can't seem to speak today, and it will change your life. But I am someone who needs to spend quality time with my loved ones in order to feel that connection and that connectivity with them. So that kind of poses a problem if someone's trying to build a life in LA and I'm trying to build a life internationally. But one of the things that as I started to get what I was looking for and I started to travel more often, I started to see that full-time travel really wasn't all that I thought it was going to be. And like I said earlier, travel goes and it makes me grateful for being able to see the world and being able to experience new cultures, new places, new foods, all sorts of adventures. I'm so grateful for travel. And it allows me to be really grateful for being able to come home and being able to have the stability and have kind of the opposite of what you have at travel, which is kind of a place to rest and a place to be safe and not have to be moving around all the time. Some of the things that full-time travelers deal with, and I would know because one of my good friends, Glow, if you're not following Glow Graphics, she's hilarious, and she takes full-time travel and she makes that ish look fun. She is having fun arguably, but that girl has been doing this for years now, and she's fantastic. And the reality though is, and she'll be the first to tell you, it's not easy. She's living out of a suitcase, and she's moving around places from week to week, sometimes days to days, and it gets exhausting. She handles it with a lot of grace. I, on the other hand, do not have as much grace as she has, and it's hard. It's hard, you guys. And I think on Instagram, like when I get these messages, it's like, how can I travel full-time like you? First off, I am not traveling full-time. It's not happening. I might be traveling more often than average, but that's not for everybody. It really isn't. I love creating content around the world. Some people just want to go and be on vacation 24/7, and that isn't real. I hate to break your bubble, but that's not real. So this idea that you see on Instagram where people are just like on a yacht somewhere, and then on a beach somewhere else, and then in a desert, like, it's not real. It's really not real. They're going and they're working with brands, creating content. Like, they're working. That's their job, is to create these beautiful content for these tourism boards, brands, whatever, you name it. But it's work. It's definitely work. And especially when you're living out of a suitcase and you don't have like a secure place just to kind of be, that's tough. And the biggest thing that was tough for me is community. It's really hard, especially for someone like me who has to have quality time with someone in order to feel connected. It's really hard for me to feel connected to my community, to my family, to my friends, my loved ones, when I'm gone all the time. And so when I get back, I do a really, really big push to hang out with my friends as often as I can, to spend time with my family. Like, this is the second weekend in a row I've driven back from LA down to see my parents, because I know that I'm gonna be leaving this next week and then I'm gonna be gone and I probably won't see them till Christmas. So it's important to me. It's so, so important. And I think the biggest important part about all of this is it's important to know yourself. It's easy to get swept up in, because I got swept up in, guys. I fully got swept up and wanted to be fully nomadic and traveling all the time, and that was my thing. But my new goal is location independence. I would love to be able to choose to go somewhere and be able to create content and do my thing, and then choose to come home and spend time with my family and my friends and my loved ones and all these people that I hold so dear. I want both. I want the best of both worlds. I want to be Hannah Montana and get the best of both worlds, guys. I didn't know really what it would take out of me and what it would take from me to be traveling full time. And if you can do the inner work, get out there and experiment, have some fun, travel a little bit and see if this is something that actually you love to do, and if you could do it more often, then there you go, then you know. But a lot of it comes from the inner work and really knowing how you operate and what feels good to you. Because community, being home, having periods of rest where I don't have to be packing my suitcase and unpacking my suitcase and repacking my suitcase. You ask my roommate, my suitcases will stay packed after I get home from a trip for weeks at a time, because I hate unpacking suitcases. It's so obnoxious to me. Some people enjoy the thrill of who knows where I'm gonna lay my head tonight. I don't enjoy that thrill. That is a thrill for someone else, not me. I enjoy knowing where I'm spending the night. I enjoy being connected to my community, and I think you can have those things too while you're traveling. So if you're watching this and you're a traveler, don't come after me in the comments section. But this is just for me. I think home is so important, and I think it gets underrated in today's Instagram climate. I think people forget how important it is to have a community and to have a home. Just because you see this curated Instagram feed on my feed or on other people's feed, A, it isn't the reality, and B, don't sleep on home. Don't think that home isn't worthwhile. Home is so worthwhile. Community is so worthwhile, and chasing and stunting for the gram it's a whole nother thing. But community, having a place where you can count on and have rest, like, just as important. And in my own mistakes, I think I slept on that for a while. So to summarize, you guys, I personally do not want to be a full-time traveler. And for all the people who send me messages of how could I be a full-time traveler, you are asking the wrong person. I'm not the person to ask. I don't think everyone is cut out to be a full-time traveler. I certainly was not. And I bought into the whole Instagram lifestyle, and once I started to travel more often, got stuck in customs a few times, got sick overseas, like after a few cases of that, and then honestly being just homesick and missing my community, I found, you know what? Maybe it's not for me. Maybe it's not for everyone. And so if you want that to be you, amazing. You better be real passionate about that. But if you don't want that to be you, then you're in good company. We can hang out sometime. Let's hang out.